Hoffenheim in an all blue strip. The two sides are on the pitch already at this stadium, the Pre-Zero Arena. Just having a look at the two sides. So starting with Hoffenheim, it's Baumann in goal, Kabak, Kuric and Akapungo. Kadabak, Perel, Starch and Butler, with Bayer and Kamrik in behind Bibu. With Bayern Munich, there's no Harry Kane. Harry Kane is injured. Should still be okay for the Euros. I think it's a slight niggle with the European Championships. In fact, Gareth Southgate, the England manager, will announce his training squad on the 21st of May this week, which, if I'm correct, will be Tuesday. And that is something that you'd expect Harry Kane to be involved in and to be announced and leading. But he does miss the final game of his debut season in the Bundesliga. It's narrow in goal. Upamecano, Dyer, Delitz the back three. Kimmich, Laimer, Pavlovic and Davies the midfield four. Goretzka and Muller are the two in behind Tell. It's going to be the visitors to get things going for us here. Shooter from left to right and trying to end the season on a high. The ball's in the middle with the blue team in Hoffenheim, and it's Promel who's been brought down by Goretzka. Munich out the D. Kopoko to Saarbrücken, and they're out of the Champions League by Real Madrid in dramatic style. It is Laimer who's put the ball up in the centre circle. Gives the ball to Tell. Tell in between the two centre backs here. Could be a perfect stuff by me. Tell, wonderful save. Going down low. It was Baumann going down to his right. Matthias Tell's not at a sniff this season. A lot of appearances off the bench. He signed a new contract in midweek to stay at the football club until 2019. Was linked to clubs in the Premier League, including Manchester City, Manchester United. Then the first opportunity inside a minute goes down to Tell. Wonderfully constructed by Pavlovic, a player that Bayern Munich have missed throughout this campaign. Threaded through. He was in between Gric and Kabak, and it needed a smart save from Baumann. Go down to his right to deny him. It's with Hoffenheim just outside their own penalty area. Ball's with Butler. Butler wants to use the right hand side. He's got the ball from the left hand side of the centre back area, and he's pumped it to Akapu. Akapu now back to Kabak. That's now in the back line with the goalkeeper Baumann. Bright yellow jersey for the Hoffenheim captain. The stakes are clear for Hoffenheim. If they were to win today, they would secure a Europa Conference League place. If they were to win and Frankfurt were to lose, the goal difference is -2 for Hoffenheim, +1 for Frankfurt. So there's a 3-goal swing in it. So a 2-goal win would be fantastic for Hoffenheim, knowing that a defeat for Frankfurt put them in a fantastic position. They got their first clean sheet last week and a very good victory. Hoffenheim, after a few results, Darmstadt 6-0, first clean sheet in 27 games. This is Alphonso Davies for Bayern Munich outside the penalty area. This is the Delitz shepherd is to the right hand side where Kimmich is. Kimmich floats that back to Eric Dyer. Dyer into the middle, it goes Pavlovic and Laimer. So Davies no closer to find out who will be the successor of Thomas Tuchel. As I mentioned at the top of the broadcast, there was times this week it looked like it was going to be an extension at least for another year. An agreement was not found. They've had conversations with Ralf Rangnick, had conversations with Julian Nagelsmann, the coach of Germany, but both have decided to stay with their national sides respectfully in Germany, and Rangnick, who's German but managing Austria, of course. Bayern Munich is still pressing down this left hand side with Alphonso Davies. We've got 3 in the middle, including Laimer. Nervous tail goes to the far post. It goes back to Muller, pulls it back, and we have the opener. And this time it's a goal for Matthias Tell. Second bite of the cherry, and he's successful. Wonderful Bayern Munich move, pressing and making sure Hoffenheim couldn't get out of their half inside the first 5 minutes. And Thomas Tuchel's side in this final game, in charge of the team, have an early lead away from home. So it's flicked down the middle through Goretzka, who floats this to the left hand side where Alphonso Davies goes past the defender. Looks like it was Gudic, stands up to the far post. Muller hooks this back in, and there he is, Matthias Tell inside the 6-yard box. Excellent reading of the game, just to put that into the bottom corner. Muller rolling back the years as the veteran forward to give it to the youthful, excited talent in Matthias Tell. It's a 7th goal of the season, the Bundesliga. As I mentioned, hasn't had much minutes from the start this season. Expect him when you're up against Harry Kane, of course, as your main rival. Lead by 1 goal to 0. Hoffenheim just checking back. There will be a call on that far side. We'll keep you up to date with all the scores across the Bundesliga. Of course, with Leverkusen looking to complete something that's been an amazing season in regards to being unbeaten all campaign. It is cleared away by Goretzka, then pushed forward for Muller, and Muller's through and goal. Goalkeeper's come out. He's headed it back to his defender Gudic. That was good work. A bit of room. And in the middle it goes to Akabuma. Hoffenheim at the moment we stayed in the Europa Conference positions, and I would hope that Bayer Leverkusen wins the cup to secure a Europa Conference League position. It's thrown upfield with these stipulations at the end of the season. Here's Matthias Tell, already got a goal already. He looks so lively. He's right at the defence. He slips us in. It's a fantastic chance for number 2. He's passed it to the Canadian, Alphonso Davies, and Bayern Munich have raced into an early lead here. 2 goals inside the first 10 minutes. Tell becomes the provider, and Alphonso Davies, who did so well in providing the first goal, didn't get the assist, but he put the ball in for Muller, on this occasion becomes the goal scorer. And Hoffenheim, who've come into this game with lots to play for, of course, in their European ambitions, and they find themselves trailing by 2 goals to 0 inside 7 minutes. It's a cool finish, really is a cool finish from Alphonso Davies. It was Matthias Tell breaking through in the middle, no goalkeeper down the left hand side, and it was easy for the fullback. Only his 2nd goal of the campaign. I say the campaign like it's fresh. It's got a 2nd laid on. Here is Matthias Dillet. Throws this on for Hoffenheim. Next goal is key, and trying to get stability. Don't want a thrashing here. There's a free kick not been given. Bibu Felizi should have been given that. So giving back to Manuel Neuer. A little bit of pressure. Oh, giving it away. And there's a chance here for Bibu. He tees this up. Hoffenheim huffing and puffing in the middle, and finally finding it fruit to goal. And it's Bayer. What a horrible defending from Bayern Munich. And we've had 3 goals in the first 8 minutes. Hoffenheim 1, Bayern Munich 2. Manuel Neuer, look away again. Blimey. Comfortable position, Bayern Munich racing into this early lead. And it's a lazy pass looking towards Eric Dyer. Bibu does really well outside the 6-yard box. And he tees this up to Kamrich. Just can't get the ball out of his feet. But there's still Bayern Munich players trying to get the ball. There's an open goal to aim at with Manuel Neuer on the floor. Bayer's outside the 6-yard box. He's able to tag. Great work by Kamrich, by the way, because what he does, he actually on the ground tees it up towards Bayer, who's able to sweep it past Manuel Neuer. It's Bayern Munich 2, Hoffenheim 1. It's game on here. 8 minutes gone inside the Pro Era Arena. If you're keeping up with us, you're doing a good job. I'm struggling. It's back with Alphonso Davies. He scored moments ago, but his goal seems to be the difference. Matthias Tell's opener gave Bayern an opening lead inside the first 4 minutes. Davies made it 2 after 6, and then Bayer's now got his 16th goal of the season with that effort to make it 2-1. It's Baumann who's hammered this up the field. It's dropped now to Ibuakana. Heavy touch from Ibuakana. And now Hoffenheim have the ball down this right side, steaming through. It's going to be Butler. Butler up to Bayer. Bayer, the goal scorer. This ball's intercepted by Alphonso Davies. And Kamrich and Bayer, what they do as well, they stay behind Bibu, but they move onto the touchline of the opposite wing. So Kamrich should go left and Bayer will go right. So you get a collection of 3 players across that flank. So when Bayern do go into that back 5, it can make it tricky for Bayern Munich to to keep Hoffenheim out from the wings. Good tactics operated from the home team. You have a lot to play for this afternoon. European ambitions need to be realised here. Looking to return to Europe for the first time since 2021. Bayern hoping they secure a second place finish and don't fall into more embarrassment for their standards, their high standards, of course. It's been the first time in 12 years that they won't collect silverware and, of course, won't lift the famous trophy that they won last year on the final day when Jamal Musiala was able to find a stunner on Dortmund, the Titan, who competed for the title alongside Bayern Munich, due to Mainz at home. A lot can change in football in a year, and Bayern Munich are not even champions. It's Leverkusen's time, and Leverkusen are looking to be unbeaten. The ball's floated to this left-hand side touchline from Butler. Butler trying to release Kamaric. It does go past Kamaric with Dyer, and it's kicked up forward by Baumann. Baumann now dropping the ball, looking towards Goretzka and Müller. Müller harrying himself down this right-hand touchline from Tell. So Tell's kind of alone. Real good work from Müller. He's won the ball back in the centre circle. There's Lima in terms of penalty area. Excellent challenge comes in from the Hoffenheim defender. That's why I play such a high line there instantly. As soon as you win the ball back from the halfway line for Bayern Munich, you can play that one pass. That happened for the second goal when Tell was released, and he's running at the Hoffenheim attack. He's tackling with Venice. He's running at their defence. He's able to slip it onto the left-hand side to Davies, who was free, no one near him, and he slotted into the goalkeeper. And that happened instantly as well. It was an early opportunity for Tell, but when it was 0-0, it was a wonderful save from Baumann inside the first minutes. The warning signs have been there from the start. Here is Kimmich, who wins inside the first corner of the afternoon. Down the right-hand side, it was Butler who stuck his leg out, defended. So it'll be Joshua Kimmich to take it. Hoffenheim 1, Bayern Munich 2. 3 goals in the first 7 minutes. We're just joining us here. So Davies' goal is the difference as it stands. Kimmich puts his right hand up. It's a massive wall of Hoffenheim supporters behind that goal. Lovely flag being waved, and nearly a third as the ball is smashed in by Goretzka towards Müller, who just hits it first time, but he hits it straight, and straight being the wrong side of the goalkeeper's left-hand post. A bit of direction now. That could have been number 3. There's goals in this game for sure. We've seen that with the scoreline, the timing of the goals, but every time each side goes forward, defenders just can't seem to live with the attackers. It's with Butler down this left-hand side again. It's gone down towards Eric Dyer. He's laid this back to Manuel Neuer. Manuel Neuer is put under pressure by Bibu. He moves the ball away from Bibu. It's back to Eric Dyer. Dyer, of course, known from Tottenham Hotspur. He's made that move permanent for 18 months. It's a loan deal. Now Upamecano outside the penalty area, steaming up forward. I have to say it's a lovely red kit by Munich. Usually by Munich, of course, traditionally it's red with a bit of white, or red, a bit of blue. It's all red tonight as the ball's floated towards Kimmich in that right-hand position again, and his cross is poor, and it's an easy gather for Baumann. The goalkeeper of Hoffenheim, the captain, of course, still has the ball, and he just waits, puts it down, drops it, and gives the ball to Quidditch. Quidditch plays it to the left-hand side to Kapumbu. Kapumbu now to Kabak. Kabak from a Liverpool man, floats that up. Now looking long to Kamaric. Now comes up and gets it lovely from. No, doesn't hoof it away. He just shepherds the ball to the left of himself. He gives it to Upamecano. Upamecano on to Alphonso Davies. The Frenchman gets it back to centre back for Bayern Munich. Bayern 1, Bayern Munich 2 is the score here. It's with Upamecano to Eric Dyer outside the centre circle of Bayern Munich's half. Upamecano takes a few steps, trying to go over the halfway line. And he goes to the left-hand side now to Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies back towards Upamecano, midway the centre of the field. It's with Eric Dyer. Dyer now onto De Ligt and Dyer have built up a partnership at back three. Usually Kim and Jae's come in also to supplement the defence. Kimmich has wanted to play midfield and has played midfield, much to the annoyance and I'm saying annoyance but disagreement with Thomas Tuchel, but having his better performances this campaign from the right is another long ball goes forward, looking towards Thomas Müller, but he's adjudged to be offside. This was left of the Hoffenheim penalty area. It's a good ball that came through from Khan. We've seen a couple of replays for the first couple of goals. Monte Davis for the first, steams down the left-hand side, hits the byline, finds Muller, resurrects the move, and gives it to Tell, heads it in. Tell becomes provider to get a goal and assist inside 7 minutes. He was broken through essentially, runs through, tees up to Davis. He's got Leasley position to slot it to the bottom corner, but no one had a more easier finish than Bayer once he was teed up by Kamrich with Neuer on the ground, and the Bayern Munich defenders at 6 and 7s and made it 2-1. It's Hoffenheim going for the attack. We put it down this left-hand side. Swings it in, but it misses everybody in the middle, and that will be a goal kick to Bayern Munich. 2-1 they lead. Kretzka, Muller, Tell, and Pavlovic gives it more of a still midfield with Pavlovic the natural holder for Bayern Munich. Missed him a lot this year, was up with injury for the first couple of months. The majority of the season, in fact. It is Eric Dyer inside this centre circle. Dyer now to Upper Khan over the halfway line. Dyer now to Afonso Davies. Afonso Davies just takes us back to Pavlovic. Pavlovic inside Bayern's half, gives us to Upper Khan to Dyer. Inside the centre circle gives us to towards Dillet. Dillet uses right foot to hook this forward. Looking towards Tell. Lovely touch from Tell. Yellow boots for Matthias Tell, the Frenchman. He can't go past Butler though. Butler's been everywhere this afternoon, hasn't he? And the ball's down this left-hand side for Grilic. Grilic is able to give back to his goalkeeper Baumann. Bauman's booted the ball long. It's now dropped kindly for Bayer. Now comes across with Zupo Okano, but at his expense of a corner. I've run down a few of the scores across Germany. Only goals have come actually in the Bremen game against Bochum. Werder Bremen are leading 1-0. Cologne are losing to Heidehelm. And it's still 0-0 between Leverkusen. Leverkusen have taken the lead, against Augsburg. It's another step closer to history there for Leverkusen. Augsburg have just taken the lead against Mainz, and they lead by 1-0. All the other scores in the Bundesliga. The final day, of course, is 0-0. Waiting for this corner to be taken. It's Kamrich to take it from this near side. It's the first set piece, first corner for the home side, Hoffenheim. It's right-footed, goes in towards the 6-yard box, headed away by Eric Dyer. Matthias Tell completes the clearance. It's still bobbling though outside the penalty area. It's pulled now back. Good chance this for Kamrich. He's come back from the corner. It's blocked inside the area by Kimmich. It's now Butler. Butler uses his left foot to try and arrow a ball through. That's blocked a couple of times for Bayern Munich, who are standing strong. And they win it through Goretzka. Hammering this long ball is a fantastic tactic by Bayern Munich. Here it is, Pavlovic onto Muller. Muller's got Maestel, who gives towards Leimer. Leimer shoots, and it's punched away by Baumann. A good breakaway move from Bayern Munich. But it was saved well by Baumann, who's had a few good acrobatic saves in his first 20 minutes or so. From out, under pressure, to Berghana. Bring the ball away back to Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich outside the penalty area, and then give it back towards Hoffenheim. The referee has told him to get up. That's a Bayern Munich player, and now Hoffenheim over the halfway line. Slips the ball down to Butler. Butler on his right foot gives to Bayer. Bayer now with a bit of opportunity. Butler's shot's blocked. Falls back down towards Grilic. Grilic laying it back now to Butler. Bit of time now for Hoffenheim to build from the back, even though inside Bayern's half. Kamrich is all the way back to Kapumba. So just taking a few touches there. Bayern actually ushered Hoffenheim outside penalty area. Now in back line with Kabak for Hoffenheim inside the centre circle, pushes the ball forward to Snatch. Sets up around the centre of the field for Hoffenheim. Bit of room down that right. It goes for Kaponga. Goes to Kabak. Kabak now into Bibu. Bibu laying this back to the right hand side. A low ball that was coming in from Karabakh. It's been intercepted by Bayern Munich, and over the halfway line they go. They go over Matthias Tell, who loves to carry the ball with great speed, gives it to Alphonso Davies, who's also someone who carries fantastic pace. He's been intercepted right up, and he's trying to get into the penalty area, give it to Hoffenheim, and there's a ball that's been slipped in through for Hoffenheim, but Mayonnaise is there. I think it would be offside, but the Bayern Munich goalkeeper got there first. Dyer floating the ball over to Pellegrino. And this towards Dillet. Right hand side towards Lyman, inside his own half. Lyman now hammers it down the ground, looking towards Muller, but Muller is offside. It will not be counting. But the tactic is clear from Bayern Munich this afternoon. It's about playing the ball with the centre backs, but getting into those channels. So Alphonso Davies and Kimmich can push on and put a couple of crosses in. Just going to replay that Lima effort from moments ago when they're on the break from Hoffenheim corner. Hoffenheim also, this back three formation, they are inviting a lot of space behind them because they're playing a high line, and that suits Bayern Munich. It's with Bam. And he checks that forward, looking towards Gullich. Gullich back to Bayern, goes to the middle now. Stanic to Kelly. Now for Stanic into the middle, over halfway line it goes for Hoffenheim. Back with Stanic down the left hand side. There is Butler. He's definitely had the most touches so far. Definitely for Hoffenheim, maybe even for in the game. Kabak has the ball for Hoffenheim in his own half in the centre circle. Gives it to Gullich. Kabak gets it back, passes it to Gullich inside the centre circle. Goes off to Akpogumi. Oh, lovely work from Akpogumi. He sells Lyman a bit of a dream, goes round it with the ball. Started actually that move behind Lima and kind of went around it. I didn't even look at him, so that was an excellent work. Trying to have the ball inside Bayern's half. Goes down into the middle to Baby. Here to Kamrik. Snatch now. Nice sort of diagonal right hand side ball. It's met well by Kalibek because no one in the box for Hoffenheim. It does need Matthias de Ligt to clear the ball out for a throw in. Taken quickly. Under the penalty area. Stuffed back. First time ball into the middle. Looking towards Kamrik. And it's a good usher away in the end by Eric Dyer. Kimmich is there down the right hand channel. Wants to hammer the ball looking to Muller. Muller's in a bit of pain. He's holding his right leg. Orange boots for Thomas Muller this afternoon. Snatch. Moves back for Kabak for Hoffenheim. Moving halfway line. Flying in the Bundesliga. Stuttgart taking the lead against Black. 1-0 they lead. Mainz have looked to equalise against Wolfsburg. That's 1-1 there. Still 0-0 between Dortmund and Darmstadt. Frankfurt 0. RB Leipzig 0. So tasty final game that. European place sides. Penalised for that foul debut, so there's a free kick to Hoffenheim. About 30 yards away from the penalty area, so it's a fair distance taken quickly by Kamrik. Oh, he finds Bayern the far post and it's headed away. And in the end, the effort has been missed by the Hoffenheim player Alphonso Davies, sleeping. Initially, Kamrik going around the defenders, teeing this one to Butler. And who was that? It was Kaderic. And Alphonso Davies does enough just to intercept the ball. That would have been 2-2. Hoffenheim have done well since scoring that goal, not only from an offensive point of view, but mainly from a defensive point of view. Bayern, after that Lima break, been up to much. As I say that, they've once again gone long Bayern Munich, trying to put the ball in behind the defence. So now with Gullich to show into Bayer. And to Kabak. Inside the centre circle. Just takes his time. With Pramic. Munich hands back to Kabak. Kabak under pressure. The blue shirts and Bayern Munich's half all this play down this right hand channel. It's the flash, of course, final day of the Bundesliga, final day of the Premier League tomorrow. Manchester City versus West Ham's audio commentary, you can listen to that. And of course Arsenal versus Everton, Fulham versus Luton. Luton Fulham is one to listen to. Luton facing relegation. Kabak, all those games available on the app and website. You can get the app on Google Play or the App Store. And the halfway line it goes through Hoffenheim. Do tune in tomorrow. Here's Snatch. It's in the middle now for Wards. Kuba, he finds down the right hand side and it's gone out for a goal kick. So Alfonso Davies once again just ushers it away. Hoffenheim have Wout Weghorst on the bench. He's not been able to shake that one off. In terms of injury he's been dealing with these last few weeks. With Bayern Munich after now takes this goal kicks. Müller. 2-0 now to Leverkusen. Champions are having fun at home. A special day for them. Kimmich. And the ball towards Leimer. Leimer over the halfway line. Tell to the right of him. Swings this to Wilkana. Chests this down over the halfway line. Floating the ball into the middle to Goretzka, who's playing the 10 this afternoon. Here's Leimer. Leimer approaching the penalty area. He looks to go back to Kimmich. Kimmich uses his left foot to put a low ball in. It bounces a few times in the penalty area. Only for the goalkeeper to gather with ease. Baumann. Bayern 1. Bayern 2. Watch from Tell and Davies. Put Bayern Munich in a good position after 7 minutes. Well, after 6 actually, in fact. And then in the 7th minute. One pulled one back. Bayern. Bayern's on the ball at the moment. It's Butler. Butler trying to release it back to Bayern, but it's with Kamok now. Kamok back to Bayern down this left hand channel. Reaching the Bayern line. He's checked back all the way now, running back towards the penalty area, away from penalty area, sorry. He's actually running into trouble. His tail heads us on now towards Leimer. Over the halfway line he goes. He says, Goretzka, go pick it up and go run. Gives to Tell. Tell's position's been quite fascinating this first 27 minutes or so, because he started in the team sheet as him being the striker. He got his goal in the 6-yard box, of course, but definitely deeper and roaming and floating away from everywhere. Here's Bibu though for Hoffenheim over the halfway line. He checks this back to the right hand side to Kellebeck. Kellebeck onto Upamecano. Does let the cross in, but doesn't get close towards Bibu. So he puts the cross in. Needs the lit to stick his head away and to concede the corner. Hoffenheim 1, Bayern Munich 2. Corners up on the far side. Possibly would have been offside also as well. It's funny because if the lit doesn't go for that, it's offside, but because he has, somehow it's a corner. It's a strange interpretation of the rule, and maybe the flag could have gone up there. Hasn't. It's a corner instead. Right footed coming from Cambridge. That's fine, a blue shirt. That may have come off another Bayern play at hand, so it would be another corner from that side. It was Kimmich who got the last touch. It was ahead of that was one Bayer again. Bayer looks like threatening. Bayern Butler have been really good players so far these first 30 minutes or so. Hoffenheim just knocking on the door, making it really frustrating for Bayern. And in terms of how they attack and the ways they're attacking Bayern are very direct, but Hoffenheim they're mixing their play up. Let's see what they could do from this corner. The consecutive corner they've had in this spell. It's Kamrich who puts this in, and it's cleared away by Bayern head at the near post. Came with venom, but not enough venom to go past that Bayern player. It's gone all the way back to Baumann now. Baumann in the centre circle. Looks up, takes his time before arrowing that to the left hand side, and no one's there. That will go all the way out, and it will be a goal kick to Bayern Munich, which is a bit disappointing from Hoffenheim point of view. Had so much control in that attack, no real pressure. The camera points to Thomas Tuchel. Well, the murmurs that have come out, and what we understand it in regards to Thomas Tuchel this week, is that he was open to stay and have that dialogue because Max Erbe and a few other officials that weren't here at Bayern Munich in February who made the decision are there now and are happy to work with Thomas Tuchel, and he's happy to work with them, but he wanted the officials that had been there since February who made the decisions to come and have a conversation about staying. There's Kamrich though for Hoffenheim, flicks to the far post, looking now, low shot that saved well by Manuel Neuer's. Bayer again, he was involved. Kamrich getting it from the left hand side, and Bayer chests it down, uses the right foot to chest it away from offensive Davis so easily. Could have found it into the bottom corner. But just back to that point on Tuchel, there was just a lot of politics, you like to say, behind the scenes, which has caused the conclusion for him to confirm yesterday in the press conference that he will be leaving at the end of the season. This will be his last game in charge of Bayern Munich this season. A lot of key figures in the squad wanting to stay, including the likes of Harry Kane. Dusted, Burkhan has the ball, trying to find it to the left hand side. Pavlovic back to Kimmich laying it back to Dyer inside the centre circle. She takes a few steps for entering Hoffenheim's half. He actually just waits before he does that, and then he just looks and scans the pitch and threads it towards Burkhan. Burkhan's ball is giving right back to Hoffenheim building out from the middle of the field with Kamrich. Kamrich can buy excellent tactic there, deploying. I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, but you see it's difficult if you're a defender swinging those back three. Do you man mark? Do you not? What would you do? It's very, very difficult. Let's check it back now to Kimmich to Pombo. Now to Kabak. Putting a lot of pressure. He sends it back to Hoffenheim with Müller and Tell trading a real strong press. Back to Kabak. All this plays, by the way, is Hoffenheim's half. They're actually come back to their goalkeeper. That's how high the press has been. Is Baumann, the goalkeeper from Hoffenheim, does find a blue shirt, which eventually runs into Leimer. Leimer gives it to Goretzka. Kimmich now picks it up, rolls it all the way towards it, did it to Kimmich, and runs across the halfway line horizontally, and he gives it to Pagano to the halfway line, goes past that mark, and this play just before it. Leimer this back to Tell and over the halfway line. Now Hoffenheim win it back. Good work from them down this left hand side. It goes towards the stand. Pavel is down that right hand side. Let's give it to Kamrich. There's a time for Kamrich in the middle, and Dyer has done well. Get it straight away to Bubu. That would have been a horrible mistake. I think he did well. He passed it straight to Bubu. It was a simple pass back to a Bayern player. And he just gave it straight away to Hoffenheim's striker. Should be 2-2. Bubu should have punished him. Kederick's ball was good, but Dyer read it well, and then he gave it away. Manuel Neuer was there to save the day in the end, but another example of what I meant by what Hoffenheim can do. They can attack from right to left, and there's a worry for Bayern Munich as Pavlovic has gone down. It looks like he's about to come off also, because there's a Bayern Munich player who is off and stripped and ready to come on the touchline. So that's a major blow. It's a major blow for Bayern Munich. The German, of course, he's been announced in midweek to be in the Euros, a home Euros for Bayern Munich. The worry will be the concern of Julian Nagelsmann's face, the German coach. He's not here, of course, but we watching the keeper an eye. So onto the field comes on the Croatian player in Zvonarek. So Zvonarek on. Hoffenheim tend to go in this half. Hoffenheim lead, they trail, by 2 goals lengths. Hoffenheim have a 3-goal advantage. So run down this latest scores in the German Bundesliga as Bayern adjust to that substitution. Pellegrino shaking his head. So it's Bremen who lead by 1-0 over Bochum. Dortmund 1, Darmstadt 0. Frankfurt 0, Red Bull Leipzig 0. Hoffenheim 3, Cologne 0. Hoffenheim 1, Bayern 2 score here, of course. Leverkusen, the Champions League, Augsburg by 2-0. Stuttgart are comfortably winning also. That's a result in the hot and heels of Bayern Munich. There was going to be a slip up here. Stuttgart will finish second as it stands, but Bayern are winning, so Bayern will finish in second place. Union Berlin 0, Freiburg 0, and Wolfsburg 1, Mainz 1. A couple of Serie A games taking place there. 3-0 AC Milan and Lecce against Atalanta. So we have Hoffenheim now. We've had 75% possession in the last 10 minutes, which is equated to 3 shots. Compare that to Bayern Munich 25. We've had no shots. So BB back to the corner. It breaks down in the middle for Bayer, who says that is a bit too much aggression. And it'll be a free kick. There's another Bayern player on the floor. Austrian. Midfielders looking like a bit cramped. He's now down to get some treatment. I say cramped, his leg was out, but he's gone down and he's got his left hand over his face at the moment. So that's a bit of treatment been taking place for Lima. Muller into Tell. Here's the goal. They'll have doubled their lead against Darmstadt. The Yellow Wall European Cup finalists. Berlin have just missed the penalty there against Freiburg. It's 0-0. But to tell of this game, as we go into the 39th minute, as Bayern Munich racing into that early lead through Tell. Muller putting it back. Nice header in the middle. And then a couple moments after that, in the 6th minute, it was Tell became provider to Alphonso Davies' goal. Not a stunner like he did against Real Madrid, but a close range finish with Tell breaking through centrally, teeing it up. And then moments after that, Hoffenheim were able to pull one back through Bayer after a mix-up in defence caused by Manuel Neuer. Bayern players scampering back, trying to prevent a very, very popular goal that was executed and scored by Bayern. Since then, it's been a bit of cat and mouse, a few opportunities and openings for both. We're up and riding back in this game with Lima back onto the field also, which is good from a Bayern perspective after losing Pavlovic to injury. And Zeno coming on, so Lima, the Austrian, is on. Hoffenheim really good ball back to Muller. 20 yards away from the penalty area. It's flicked on by Bibu. Bibu is under pressure by Pellegrino. There's a slip by Alphonso Davies. He recovers and he's able to get back to Pellegrino outside the penalty area. Here's Kimmich on that right. Gives this to Tell. Alex not to go for a run. He gives it to Muller. Muller continues up to Goretzka. Good save. Really good save by Baumann in a fantastic crunching effort. And it's offside that has been announced. It was Thomas Muller. For Goretzka's effort, it was dealt with superb. It did look like Muller had gone way ahead from the naked eye, but we know the assistant referees like to keep their flags down and let the move happen, just in case they do get it wrong. The shot was right at the goalkeeper, but he's made a bundle of opportunities. This game could easily have been 4-1 or 5-1 to Bayern Munich. Baumann, the captain, at the same time. He's had a few nervous moments, so has Manuel Neuer. So there's a few players in that Bayern backline. Baumann throwing this long as Manuel Neuer goes out and heads this away, heads it as far as the halfway line. Down the right hand side to Kimmich, and his ball was going straight to Neuer, but Pellegrino, the player that intercepted and laid it back. Neuer for Bayern Munich. This is to Eric Dyer. Dyer floats up in the field, flipped on by Müller. This is to Tell. Tell inside the centre circle in his own half. And the ball back now to Zeneric. Zeneric on towards Joshua Kimmich. Kimmich over the halfway line, gives to Lima. And just waits before going over the halfway line. Just Dyer now on towards Pellegrino. Pellegrino strips this to the left hand side to Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies got a bit of time. Alphonso Davies on his left foot. He wants to float that towards Zeneric. Zeneric back to Lima. Lima to Kimmich. All of this play for Bayern inside Hoffenheim's half, 25 yards away from the penalty area. Here's a Pellegrino. Tempted there to line one up to go for goal. Still 2-1 to Bayern Munich. The ball now to Lima. Back towards Davies. Davies trying to go back. And Hoffenheim won the free kick. Everyone the throw in. The free kick. Kimmich not happy about that. He got back. On the ball, but too much energy. A back plan. Giving it to Kabak. Back to his goalkeeper Balmy. Took an extra touch to lift it over Müller. Down back with Kabak. Five and is back up against Tells. And Tells is floating from position to position. He's on left back position now after left forward position. Up against the right back. Memphis goes and up against the left back. It's the position to be the dominant one. Tell, good performance. Dyer. Inside the centre circle. Gives the ball now to the left hand side to Pellegrino. Pellegrino over the halfway line. Ball right to score from penalty spot up against Frankfurt. It's a good result for Hoffenheim, but they nearly conceded a goal and it's just gone wide. Deflected. Müller. There's a floated ball in the penalty area. From Pellegrino, fell to Zeneric, and then on to Müller, and they hit the heels of Gutesh in the Hoffenheim defence. That was very close because the goalkeeper had committed going to his left as the ball went past his right hand side, but luckily for Baumann, right behind his right hand post. So here is Kimmich from that far side to take this corner. 44 minutes gone. Hoffenheim 1, Bayern Munich 2. So he puts his right hand. It's floats to the far side, looking towards Eric Dyer. Good leap and win by the defender, but the referee decides that there's a free kick at the end of that move. The goalkeeper slipped. He was pushed by a Bayern player. Over the halfway line, we go with Hoffenheim. Tries to do a bit. I don't know if that was a missed kick or was on purpose, but it's the ball to Abu. Now back to Pellegrino. Pellegrino as the ball outside his penalty area. His goalkeeper now with Kimmich playing this to Eric Dyers, operating his own penalty area from behind with a heavy press. I know they could cause a problem through Manuel Neuer. Now with Snatch he was running into trouble inside Bayern's half, giving the ball to Alphonso Davies. Alphonso Davies looking for in the middle. It's Tell, but he's running into trouble again. Coming for another assist there, Tell. He did receive the ball back. Snatch now to Pramel. Pramel for Hoffenheim. 1 minute 2, Hoffenheim 1. The score doesn't help Hoffenheim. They'll be in the Europa Conference League if Leverkusen can do the business. Stuttgart are winning, Frankfurt are losing. So Frankfurt and the Hawks, they can get themselves into this game. So they've got a free kick Hoffenheim at the tip of the centre circle inside Bayern's half. They should have from right to left here in this home game. Watzke was the player that's been penalised for fouling Hummel. Free kick to be taken. He was having a deep conversation with Hummel. Bayer is going to be the one to take it. German. She put us to the right. So worked well here for Hummel. His first time cross is blocked. 3 minutes have been added on. We are in the second minute of those 3. Down that far side for Hoffenheim to take it under the penalty area. The ball is weak. It's thrown into the penalty area. It's cleared away, but only as far as the halfway line. You could tell finders to the left. Dyer and Matthias didn't keep their eye on the ball. It's now on the ground for Bayern Munich. It's in the territory and possession of Hoffenheim. And Hoffenheim give the ball away. Matthias tells released down this left-hand channel. He's got Alphonso Davies to the right of him, gives to Davies, who's square on him in the end. It's Davies back now to Lima, and it's off to Eric Dyer. Dyer into Lima, throws back to right hand side to Kimmich. Reaching the byline now. He's got 2 to aim for, and 1 Bayern 2. And all this really good work from Bayern. This is how they started the half, suppressing and suffocating Hoffenheim. There's another cross comes from Alphonso Davies and needs to be headed away by Okumu. Fantastic ball that came in from Alphonso Davies again. And Okumu is the player that's cleared it away. Let's see what they can do from this corner, Bayern Munich. This will be it in terms of the attack, you would imagine. Comes in for Kimmich, near side, right-footed. It's a header towards De Ligt. Alphonso Davies tries to keep the move alive, but smothered away from Hoffenheim, and that will be it for the first half between Hoffenheim and Bayern Munich. Well, what a start it was for Hoffenheim. What a start for Bayern Munich rather in Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim was sluggish. Goals from Tell and Alphonso Davies put them into a 2-0 lead. And then it was Bayer who was able to pull one back after a mix-up in the defence for Manuel Neuer. Both sides had really good opportunities back in this half. We've seen Hoffenheim have a few breaks and Bayern Munich go close for Müller. And Alphonso Davies put some excellent balls in. The second half will be fun. Hoffenheim need a victory to have a stake a claim to finish in the Europa League. That's something they'll finish outright. If they were to lose today, they'll look ahead to what Leverkusen can do in the cup final. But the score at half time here, live on Flash. We'll be back for all-day commentary of this game. It's Hoffenheim 1, Bayern 2. in the Bundesliga. Hoffenheim looking to secure Europe. All three avenues are available for them. Some involves other teams in other competitions at the moment. That is one they exercise, and Hoffenheim will qualify for the Europa Conference League qualifier. They'll qualify automatically if to that competition, if results were to stay the same and Leverkusen, the champions of Germany, were to win the cup, the DFL Cup. If they were to win this game, because Frankfurt are now losing by 2-0 to Leipzig, they would leapfrog Frankfurt and go into the Europa League, and that's still possible. It's on goal difference as well. They'll win that game if they were to win this game. So loads to play for here. They're shooting from left to right. Hoffenheim blue kit, Bayern Munich's all red strip. For Bayern Munich, the best they can do is finish second, and they're doing that with this lead they have. Matthias Tell put them into lead very early in the first half, exactly only a couple of minutes, and then that was doubled in the 6th minute by Alphonso Davies, teed up by Tell. Hoffenheim made it 2-1 when Kamrat was very smart to tee up Bayer, who was free to tuck in to, I wouldn't say an empty net, but Manuel was on the ground and the Bayern Munich players were near to him. So let's have a run down the two sides. Doesn't seem to be any changes at the beginning of the second half. There has been a couple of changes in the first half. The one lineup being Bayern Munich, so due to an injury. We'll start with Hoffenheim first. It's Baumann in goal, the captain. It's Akubugamu, Guric and Kabak the back three, Butler, Snatch and Pamel, and Kadabek the midfield four. Bayer and Kamrat are the forward players alongside Bibu. For Bayern Munich, it's Manuel Neuer in goal, Upamecano, Dyer and Matthias de Ligt the back three. Kimmich, Lima, Pavlovic, who's come off and now has been replaced by Zanaric, the Croatian. It's a big worry for the German midfielder Pavlovic, who struggled through injuries across the season. He has Alphonso Davies the left hand side, Thomas Tuchel, Goretzka and Muller, and Tell was the front three, of course. Leroy Sané, Gnabry, Musiala and Kane all out due to injuries, which is quite remarkable when you think about the firepower that has been left behind for Bayern Munich. But they still have the lead here against a very, very challenging and attractive Hoffenheim side. They will, at one stage of this game, will have to go for it, but they're going to get that Europa League place, especially they know going to half-time break that Leipzig are beating Frankfurt by 2-0. It's down this left-hand side now for Bayern Munich, outside the penalty area for Tell. Tell floating this back towards Davies. So seeing Tell move across each side of the front line. Upamecano now moves the ball back to the left where Alphonso Davies is. Davies gets it back from Goretzka. Here is Goretzka. Gives it back to Alphonso Davies. Steams towards the byline. He's up against a defender of Hoffenheim. Gets it back. Lovely work from Alphonso Davies. Actually slips on the byline inside the penalty area. Tries to go past two, but in fact by doing so he kicks the ball out of play. There's the back there who's done for a bit of pace. But Muller and Kimmich and Upamecano have been an interesting three on that right hand side, with Tell really strong on the left. Here's Hoffenheim breaking over the halfway line. Being ball to Stadic. Stadic right to Kamaric in the side netting, using his right foot there. Kamaric's thinking that he should have got a corner from that. It's battling with Upamecano, who's known for his physical attributes. It was a corner as well. It just hit the French defender at the bottom of his heels. And there's a surprise that the linesman has missed that. 5-1 behind 2. Bremen 1, Bochum 0, Dortmund 2, Darmstadt 0, Frankfurt 0, Leipzig 2, Hoffenheim 3, Cologne 0, Leverkusen 2, Augsburg 0, Stuttgart 2, Mönchengladbach 0, Union Berlin 0, Freiburg 0, Wolfsburg 1, Mainz 1. Those are the score lines across Germany for this final day of the Bundesliga. Let's keep you up to date at the beginning of this half. Bayern have the ball through De Ligt. De Ligt gives the ball back to Lima. Lima to give it to Eric Dyer. Let's go to his goalkeeper who decides to go long. Goretzka finding the middle now to Zanaric. Zanaric onto the right hand side for Muller. Behind 1, behind 2. Muller on the ball back now towards Kimmich. Kimmich inside his own half. And he's back towards Eric Dyer. Here's De Ligt it back towards Manuel Neuer. Neuer swings that ball to the left-hand side where Pellegrino is. He's operating sometimes a left fullback, let alone a centre-back, Pellegrino, because Reimer comes in the middle, in between De Ligt and Eric Dyer. Here's Kimmich for Bayern Munich. Gives the ball away actually. Bayern Munich have given it away inside their own half. It's inside the centre circle for Hoffenheim. The referees actually just fell down momentarily, ran into two players, or three of them were on the floor, but about all three are back on their feet. With one Bayern player and one Hoffenheim player. Bayern have to keep their concentration high here, with Hoffenheim bopping the ball outside the penalty area with real ease. Referee is acting not to give a free kick after Kadabak was brought down right off the penalty area of Bayern Munich. It's now with Alphonso Davies, but he gives the ball back to Pellegrino. Straight ball to heavy challenge on Goretzka. Referee will give the free kick. Ozan Kabak, the Liverpool man, is booked after stopping. Well, I don't know if it was for the foul, but definitely stopped the free kick when taken early. So it's a yellow card. Free kick hasn't been taken yet. 5-1 Bayern 2. I think it's more for the push. I wasn't looking to give him a yellow card until he did that. I think it's Promel actually. Promel was the player that got booked for the block. 8th yellow card of the campaign. Back to Pellegrino now. Back to Dyer inside his own half. It's with the defender in De Ligt. The best time at Bayern Munich. De Ligt to force his way back into being Thomas Tuchel's main man, and then Eric Dyer, of course, coming in January. There's let's have a look if at the substitution bench. There isn't Min Jin, he's not available, so Kamal's been booked. Been taken by Tell in the 4th minute. 6th for Davies' goal. We've got 3 goals in a 6-minute spell. First half, and since then it's been a bit dry in terms of the goals. Here is Manuel Neuer. There's the ball, he swings to the middle to Lima, who's 30 yards away from his own penalty area, goes towards the halfway line, goes past the centre circle to give the ball to Pellegrino onto the left hand side to Alphonso Davies, a few step overs from him on his right foot, goes for goal, deflected and over it goes. Just hit the Hoffenheim defender at the back, being the Kadabak and Kabak, who are backtracking. Lovely step overs and inside the penalty box, instep, and it was fired over. So the first corner of the second half goes to the visitors, right in front of the travelling Bayern Munich supporters. We've seen better days for their standards to this year. Played for this first time since 2012. To the right hand side, he's actually played it short. Kimmich is giving this to the substituting Zenich. It's headed away by Hoffenheim, only as far as Alphonso Davies outside the penalty area. Here's Tell on his right foot. Tell, this is back to Alphonso Davies. It's a little bit of a stick, and there's going to be a free kick given away. Yes, it is Gusic off the ball. Tell had passed the ball, and then Gusic just had a little nibble back of Tell's ankle. It's caused the Frenchman some pain. And that is going to be a free kick. Some breaking news coming your way here on Flash Score. Roberto De Zerbi will leave Brighton after tomorrow's game in the Premier League against Manchester United. So that's interesting, and that's very, very appropriate when you consider the teams you're listening to at the moment. Bayern Munich, of course, is still looking for a head coach. He had been on the list for Bayern Munich, and with Thomas Tuchel not staying, Bayern Munich for sure could be a possible option for Roberto De Zerbi, who also does want to return to Italy with Juventus looking for a coach, although Thiago Motta is close there. Hold that manager talk for now, because Bayern Munich have a free kick in a very attractive position, and Kimmich takes it, but he fires over the bar. It was left of the D, hit with his right foot. So breaking news here, live on Flash Score. Roberto De Zerbi, the coach of Bayern Munich, can confirm Brighton have announced that he will leave the club after tomorrow's final Premier League game match against Manchester United. That's the breaking news here. Very, very interesting regarding Bayern Munich. But we're not here to speculate. We're here to, of course, give you coverage of Hoffenheim and Bayern Munich too. But as we go into silly season, as they say, it's just starting the fire. It's kind of Bieber into the penalty box, hitting the bar and chucking it back for Hoffenheim. Great defending from Lime. Lime's been fantastic in this game, reading the danger, smelling it, and just finding a way to win the ball back in those types of positions. Easy could have been 2-2. He intercepted it well. Diagonal ball that spread for Hoffenheim from their right back position. Finds Butler down the left now, looking towards Kadabek. Kadabek uses their foot, deflected, and that will be a corner for Hoffenheim. It was good work. Hamrick in the middle was waiting for it. Far side now. That was intercepted by Kimmich. So the moment's there, right-footed, short left-hand side. So floated in towards a blue head, trying to kick it away. Bayern Munich could have done that successfully. Lovely work from Butler and Akapumu to put pressure in the middle. Promel's got it now for Hoffenheim in centre circle, gets towards Kabak. Kabak in towards that right-hand side. Well, unchanged, of course, since that victory against Darmstadt last week. 6-0. The ball. Here is Eric Dyer. Gives the ball to Lima. Trying to isolate the ball. From high against the Butler. Pressure there for Bayern Munich, but they've got on the ball back. Kimmich. Let's go all the way home. It's his goalkeeper going long. Strong header there by Hoffenheim to win it back for Stack. Stack now in towards Promel. Here's Butler. Promel trying to give it back to Butler. 30 yards away from the penalty area, left off the D. Lime is there again. He smothers and wins the ball. Back goes to Burkano. Burkano into more to Müller. Müller down to the left hand side to Tell. Tell inside Hoffenheim's half, just slips. And possession falls back into Hoffenheim's hands. It's back with Snatch. Snatch. To Gresh. And to left hand side to Kabak. On the halfway line. Hamrick. Seems to be more deeper in the second half. Hamrick put under pressure there by a Bayern player, but over the halfway line. But he's able to keep hold of possession for Hoffenheim. He returned possession really nicely through Stanch. Stanch back to Kamerick. Approaching the halfway, approaching the penalty area. After this move was orchestrated from the halfway line, and Eric Dyer in the 6-yard box sweeps it away after the ball was pulled back. Frankfurt have pulled one back against Leipzig. That's important in regards to this game, because Hoffenheim, if they were to win this game, they do need to have a better goal difference than Frankfurt at the moment, and there's 3 goals in it. So if Frankfurt was to lose by 2 and Hoffenheim were to win by 1, that would have been enough to have put Hoffenheim in the Europa League. But now Hoffenheim do need 2 more goals to see themselves leapfrog from Frankfurt if the results were to stay the same in that game. Frankfurt 1, RB Leipzig 2 is the latest score in the Bundesliga on the final day. European places to be decided. The league title won't go to the final day. We know who the title winners are. Of course, Bayer Leverkusen, first ever Bundesliga victory. I'm sure some Bayern Munich supporters listening, yes, we know. They are still unbeaten. But that's the challenge, isn't it? It's the challenge for the next Bayern Munich coach, if that will be any sort of, if it is going to be Roberto De Zerbi, that's speculation of course, but he's now leaving Brighton. Whoever it is, it's a take on Xavi Alonso's Bayer Leverkusen. There is a new hunger, a new desire inside the Bundesliga. There is a new big dog after so many years of successful victories for this club, Bayern Munich. We have the ball inside Hoffenheim's half, 30 yards away. Here is Lima. Just makes the product and everything more exciting, for sure. Checks back through Eric Dyer, who's inside Hoffenheim's half. Eric Dyer looking towards Müller. Müller moving the ball in towards the looking for Lima. And under pressure, here is Müller. It's one back. Well, here by Bayern Munich. It's tucked here, looking towards Goretzka. Goretzka on his left foot. He's just to Müller over the bar. That easily could have been number 3 in game, set and match on the hour mark. And Thomas Müller, well constructed move by Bayern Munich. Not executed by the veteran forward. It was actually quite wayward from Thomas Müller. Could have done better to hit the target inside the penalty box on his favoured left. The change is about to be coming in for Hoffenheim. So 2, I think Primel's coming off, and so is Stadic. Sorry, Butler is off, and Primel. Stadic is still on, so Stadic is on. Onto the field comes number 40, and into the field comes Jurasek. Jurasek is onto the field, comes off for Butler. And no sign of Wout Weghorst. He's had a couple niggling injuries. And Croatian and Jurasek on. The German of Tomumaku. So Tomumaku is on. So on the hour mark we see a couple of changes from Hoffenheim. Have to go for it. And know their fate's in the hands of losing. They've got nothing to lose. Müller. This back towards Eric Dyer. Dyer. There's a really nasty injury there with Matthias de Ligt and Kamrich colliding. Kind of actually doesn't touch the defender, Hamrich, so it kind of goes down his left foot, and is checked back there by Bauman. It's laid off to Dyer. So floated to Tell. And it's laid off to Eric Dyer. Into North, goes to Lima. Away to the centre circle. Come right. Come back now to towards Kadabit. He's get him on the ball a bit more. He's now operating from the right hand side. He's operating from the left. In the first half, he was definitely exciting for Hoffenheim. Most of their good play coming from him. There's a worry. They're now moving the ball well in Bayern's half at the moment. The substitutions have settled pretty well. Here's Juric. Lovely work now for Kadabek. Kadabek gives it away. Gives the Upper down the left hand channel of Bayern's half, but he wins the ball back actually, Kadabek, and he gives it to Kabak. Kabak into the centre of the Bayern half for Hoffenheim. The blue shirts now steam forward. There's a shooting opportunity now for Kamrich, who lasers back in towards the middle. Looking towards Bibu, but he can't connect with the ball. An excellent delivery in the end. That was swung in. Eric Dyer and De Ligt in communication, so it was Kamrich who teed this up. And Jurasic has just come on. The Czech Republic player coming on and firing the ball into the middle. Well, Hoffenheim have definitely pressed forward now. They're going to go for it in these last quarter. We've played for 6 minutes now in this game. Hoffenheim 1, Bayern 2. And it's a huge line of boo players inside Bayern's half. The ball's pumped up into Bayern's half, and it's won, the second ball, by Hoffenheim. They're going to go down this left-hand side again. The ball's with Grillitsch. Grillitsch wants it on his right, edge of the penalty area, and it's a wonderful save by Manuel Neuer. Boo-Boo's still there in the box, he's still alive here for Hoffenheim, and then it's cleared away by Bayern Munich. Fantastic effort from Vitesse, which was smartly saved by Manuel Neuer. Kamrick again involved. We know about Bayern Munich's tiredness issues. And that's it for Akano. To Lima. Search. Go back towards Dyer. Dyer. Back now towards the goalkeeper, Manuel Neuer, in his own penalty area. Lima into the middle tail. There's not much on the bench also for Bayern Munich, so you can't look at that and be like, hey, what can we do to shore things up? Let's have a look at the big bench, of course, with Gnabry and Musiala, Sane, Kane all out. They've got Brian Zaragoza, they've got Dan Peretz, they've got Mazzari, Hikulich who's played in goal, they've got Adam Zunec, they've got Vinov. Just the one change that was forced with Zunec coming on after the injury to Palovic. It's disappointing for them. Davis running down the left hand side for Bayern Munich. Just to give it a slipped. Hoffenheim over the halfway line goes with the ball, looking towards Kamric. Kamric tucking his back. Another time now for Kamric. He's gone a bit deep in the second half. Goes to the left hand side to Juric. Juric in the middle. There's another shot that goes over the bar, and it's a fantastic opportunity that is not taken by the goal scorer in Bayer. Floated over the bar from a deep position. Taken now by a goal kick by Neuer. And they're going towards Muller. Throwing up now to Bibu. Bibu teeing this up, and it is 2-2. Bayern Munich have been sluggish in the last couple moments, and now they've been punished. 2-2. Hoffenheim 2, Bayern 2, with Frankfurt losing. It's well and truly game on for the Europa League place. They know what they've got to do in these final 20 minutes. They've been asking for it, Bayern Munich. As I'm looking at the bench, they need a change. They're not getting a change. And from 2-0 down, Hoffenheim have made it 2-2 in the Bundesliga final day. Kimmich, just on the ball on the right-hand side, under pressure by Juric, pushes it down the left-hand side. No free kick. He's unfortunate not to do that. And then the ball goes into Bibu. And Kamric has been there all day long, inside his 6-yard box. It's teed up, and he's able to tap it home. Hoffenheim 2, Bayern 2. Both of the goals Hoffenheim scored have come from mistakes from Bayern Munich, and Hoffenheim putting pressure on Bayern. It's 2-2 in the Pro Hiva Arena here. Hoffenheim 2, Bayern 2, live on Flash Score. And that is critical because Frankfurt are losing, but also from a Bayern Munich point of view, they will finish third as it stands, also with Stuttgart winning their game. So there's a lot of that. Andre Kamric goal has changed the complexion of the picture in the Bundesliga, as Mainz have turned it around against Wolfsburg to make it 2-1 in that game. So as you were right at the start of this game, it is tail down the right hand side for Bayern Munich. And he's up against Apagumu. He goes away from Apagumu to go down the near side, and that's intercepted by with Eric Dyer. Thrown across diagonally, looking now to Volcano. Laid back towards Hamrick, who's everywhere, and so is Kabak. Back to the left hand side, and Matarazzo, the American coach, barking orders for Hoffenheim. Worked so well. There's Butler throwing this towards Debu. Kind of back onto the left. Throw this to the far side. Looking for a good touch there. It's gone away to Uklich. Uklich up against Kimmich. And Kimmich stop it going for a corner across the field. Right back position. Uklich has got a long throw. And he wants to go for his disposal. Gone short, get towards Bieber. Bieber laying this off. And to Uklich. Uklich is going to go around and it's intercepted. Throw and taken by Uklich. It's missed everybody. I might know we're going to gather that. Bieber wasn't really looking past him. The lick was dead. I've not seen anything other than that Muller effort. You'd say 10 minutes ago. I don't see much from Bayern Munich offensively in this second half, and maybe we'll see. I know they miss a lot of players. Of course, Harry Kane, their top goal scorer. They're missing Leroy Sané, Gnabry, Musiala. We're missing a couple more. But those are your main players. Of course, Tell's done a good job up, but he can't do it alone. He's just given away a free kick to Tell. Up against Akapugumu on the halfway line. It's got Hoffenheim going, but the wider point is this is why potentially there has been a change for Thomas Tuchel to leave Bayern Munich. This has been how their Bundesliga seasons have gone. They've been racing into early leads, and then when it comes to the 75th minute mark, which we're approaching in a few moments, it just turns into capitulation. This is something that is not new. This is something that we have seen, and it's a real worry, and they've got to change, and a real challenge for the next coming manager. Would it be Roberto De Zerbi? Just joining us now. Breaking news is Roberto De Zerbi has left Brighton and will leave Brighton, after the final Premier League game with Brighton taking on Manchester United at the Amex Stadium, and he's heavily linked to the job at Bayern Munich. Nothing agreed with Bayern Munich, but one would suggest that there is some smoke coming off the fire as the ball's whipped in from a corner for Hoffenheim. It's one that's fired back in and comfortably saved. It was a good effort. That was hit by Uklich. It was hot hit. It was hit hotly, I tell you. Ball comes in, headed away. Ball comes in from the right hand side. Eric Dyer heads it down, and then there's a massive shot from Uklich. It goes comfortably into Manuel Neuer's hands. Stuttgart have added another one. They lead by 3 over München and Gladbach. So Stuttgart 3, München and Gladbach 0. It is Lima. Thomas Tuchel in conversation with his assistants. His final game in charge, final Bundesliga game in charge for Bayern Munich. He won Bundesliga last year, but his first full season hasn't been the best. Of course, he took over from Julian Nagelsmann around about April time last year. Had a Champions League quarter final against Manchester City. They were blown away at the Etihad, lost 3-0, and then they were able to win the Bundesliga on the last day of the season. Jamal Musiala getting a goal. They've taught them drawing 2-2 to Mainz. This year's opening day, it's very much more relaxed for everybody involved. We know where the title's gone. We know Bayern's future with their coach, etc., etc., etc. Hoffenheim were knocking on the door. They had the pressing issue to play for this afternoon, and with 15 to go, looks like it's going to be them to try and steal the win. There's Jukaric, who has the ball down the left hand side. Low cross was just drilled into the penalty area, bobbled a few times, and it needed a Eric Dyer clearance because Bayer is in there and so is Butler. Now it's Alphonso Davies' time to steam forward, deflected the cross, nearly caught the goalkeeper out. It was towards Müller, but that's bounced there back into the goalkeeper's hands. Obviously huge speculation over the future of Alphonso Davies. Would he be going to Real Madrid? And it is a time of uncertainty for Bayern Munich. So it's going to be a time of uncertainty across the board. Summer's probably needed for them after the Euros. Thrown back to Eric Dyer. Oh, he's giving the ball away. High up the field, here's Bibu. Bibu teeing this up to Kamric. Kamric, can he keep it in? He can't. And once again, Bayern Munich, the architects of their own destruction. Honestly, time and time and time again, they pull the ball up from the back and they get caught out. And Frankfurt have actually pulled one back in their game against Leipzig. So for Hoffenheim, they would have to score 3 goals to make it to the Europa League. So it's Frankfurt 2, remember what's 2, they've come from behind just at Hoffenheim in this game to level. Frankfurt playing at home just at Hoffenheim here. Leipzig were 2-0 up, at the 1-0 up actually at the break. They went up 2 goals into the lead after half time. Bibu 30 yards away from the penalty area, picks it up. There's got 4 blue shirts around it to give the ball to. One of them is Bayer. Bayer changes back to Stack. Stack into the penalty area now. It has to stick for Hoffenheim, and they take all 3 points on the final day. It's throwing back into the penalty area. Kamric couldn't use his right foot to hook it goalwards, and that will be a goal kick which is taken quickly by Bayern Munich. Lovely ball from Manuel Neuer over the halfway line. Now for Müller, 2-on-2. Won the ball, gives to Tell. Tell in the penalty area. Can he find Müller? He goes alone. Müller 110% wanted it back. It's fallen kindly to Alphonso Davies, who slips this to Kimmich, who's tripped. And then the numbers games come back into the advantage for Hoffenheim. The blue shirts come. Zederich couldn't get the ball off. Snatch does excellent work. And if you tell you believe he did the right thing in that break, you want to go on your right foot to go for goal, but Müller looked like a better option. Gave the option for Hoffenheim to go and get themselves back and to intercept that breakaway. It's still 2-2 here in the final 10 minutes of the Bundesliga season, live on Flash Score, who will have a full complimentary service tomorrow in the Premier League. Audio commentary, big games across England, with Manchester City looking to complete a unprecedented 4 straight English League titles. They failed to win there, and Arsenal to win. Arsenal will be champions of England for the first time in 20 years. The top 4 places all wrapped up. Aston Villa and Liverpool will be in the top 4. There are battles for Europe. Chelsea hosting Bournemouth, Manchester United travelling to Brighton, Newcastle travelling to Brentford. All these games. Aston Villa taking on Crystal Palace also is one to watch. Luton take on Fulham. Relegation looking very likely for them. We're going to see something miraculous for that to change. But those are all the games. Of course, a few dead rubbers, which always does produce some spectacular games on the final day of the Premier League. Hoffenheim 2, Bayern 2 is the score here. Please do tune into Flash Score tomorrow for audio coverage. If that will be written coverage as well, if that will be posts, blogs, highlights for the final day of the Premier League. You can see highlights of this game on the Flash Score app and website after full time. We have you covered here, as we've had you covered throughout the whole campaign. Euros coming up with the Copa America. We're looking forward to doing that for you here. You haven't missed anything. Bayern Munich have actually got some possession inside their own half as it stands. It's floated back now towards Alphonso Davies. He's looking very bright down this left hand side. He pulls us back excellently. Great chance! It's squandered. That really should have been game, set and match, or at least another advantaged goal to Bayern Munich, because Thomas Muller, what a pullback by Alphonso Davies. It's like FIFA. You know when you play FIFA, you cut it back and your player's got that spare man. You want to press the circle button or the Y button if you play Xbox or PlayStation. No one's advertising either brand here, but that is just the sweet spot that Muller was in. And he has to find the bottom corner. He has to. He doesn't even hit the target. And if Bayern aren't going to win this game, you can look at the criticisms of how they've played from the back, but they've had opportunities, not many. They've had clear opportunities. That's the second one now that Muller has squandered, especially in this second period. Flying 2, Bayern 2. Over the halfway line they go again though, Bayern. So many Hoffenheim players now operating in the Bayern half. Into the centre circle it goes with Hoffenheim. Here's Bibu. Bibu flicking it on to Karic. Karic using his right foot to spread the diagonal ball to the far side. It's now checked back. A lot of patient play from Hoffenheim. 25 yards away is Bayer. Bayer playing a little 1-2. And fire to Karic. Karic plays this back. So good football this from Karic. Into the box. Bayer lets fly. It's over the bar. Stuttgart have a fourth. Lead. They're back by 4 goals to 0. And Matthias Tell's going to be replaced. It's a bit of a surprise. Well, he got things going for us moments ago. I say moments ago. In the 4th minute. And onto the field comes Brian Zaragoza. Changes now also. Bischoff is on for Hoffenheim. So Bischoff on and Stats off. Byline is a miss. It's we've cut it back for Hoffenheim. Hoffenheim have the ball. First touch is now for Bischoff. Bischoff lays all the way back to his goalkeepers. In Batman now towards Kabak and towards Bibu. Oh, lovely drop of the shoulder from Bibu. Sells Lima a dream. Lima's been tiring as the half goes on. Bibu's just to move back for audio commentary of this game. It's Hoffenheim 1, Bayern 2. Certainty full of defenders, and the Bayer who is sniffing for a second of the game and crucially trying to give Hoffenheim an opener. But that has been beaten away by Manuel Neuer. They've taken the corner short. Into the penalty area. Laid back now to Bischoff. Bischoff uses his left foot. Lovely ball, but it's comfortable for Manuel Neuer. Misses everybody in a blue shirt. No Bayern Munich players had a touch. It's comfortable together. 2-2 here. Final 5 minutes of this Bundesliga game. Bundesliga season. Crunching challenge there from Bischoff. He's been everywhere since he's come on. Bischoff. He's slotted into his right back position. Has moved more forward with Snatch. Under that, why trying to get themselves into the Europa League places with Frankfurt drawing. So laid out to the edge of the box is Karic. Left hand side, he slips. Referee says play on, nothing doing. Karic just holding his right ankle. Bayern Munich, of course, led from the 4th minute and got another goal in the 6th minute to make it 2-0. Tell with the first, Alphonso Davies with the second. And then in the 8th minute was Bayer that made it 2-1. Kamrick in the second half has made it 2-2, and as you were here, Hoffenheim would look the most likely going to get another one. To Kimmich, first the ball into minute to Goretzka, lay back to Eric Dyer. Dyer into Percano. Lazy there, gives the ball away, then he receives it back, then Bayern give the ball away. It's now over the halfway line. Gutesh Tesh pokes that ball forward. It's given him now to Tanet. Here's Kamaric. Now back to Ukresh. The Czech Republic lays the ball into the middle. Baby's on the floor. Does come back to Kamaric! Oh, they've turned it around, Hoffenheim! 3-2! Oh, what a goal! What a game! 5 goals, and Hoffenheim have 3. It's a familiar story for Bayern Munich in the Bundesliga in 2023/2024, in control, and they just crumble. They need to get more goals if they are going to sneak into that Europa League position. It's Hoffenheim 3, Bayern Munich 2. They're trailing 2-0 after 6 minutes. They now lead with 6 minutes to go. 3-2. Lovely work from the substitute. Down the left-hand side, Ukresh. Baby tips it up and gives it to Upamecano, who clears. He just gives the ball straight back to Kamaric. He's on. Now a hat-trick. He's got 2. Hoffenheim have 3. And Thomas Tuchel's final game for Bayern Munich is ending in tatters late on once again, just like it happened in the Champions League, just like it's happened the majority of the Bundesliga. You listen to Flash Score here. Continue covered for the final day in the Bundesliga. 14th goal now for Kamaric. Comes to the far side. It's gathered by the goalkeeper. That was through Kimmich. The camera has it panned to Thomas Tuchel. You can imagine his face and his feelings. It's just not been Bayern season. Those travelling supporters. At the moment, there's a healthy goal difference. Bayern should finish above. Now, but Hoffenheim, who are still 7th at the moment, get into that top 6. So Bayern have actually gone down because Stuttgart are winning. And here is Eric Dyer. Oh, it's a mix-up in defence again. Surely can't be 4th. Here's the hat-trick for Kamaric. He's taken the top off. And Hoffenheim have turned it around in real style. That's a vital goal in their hopes to qualify to the Europa League. In the 87th minute, Hoffenheim have made it 4. After leading by 2 goals to 0 after 6 minutes. Kamaric has had a hat-trick. Another defensive error by Bayern Munich. Upamecano playing the ball back to Manuel Neuer. He kicks it forward. Lima slips. And it's just there for Kamaric. He sells a little bit of a dream. He tells him to go left. He moves the ball to his right. And he slots it into the bottom corner. And Hoffenheim will be playing some form of European football. Will it be the one that they've wanted it to be since the beginning of this half? If they were to win this game and to leapfrog and Dortmund were to win the Champions League, they could still finish in the top 6, which sounds bizarre. Sorry, they could still qualify for the Champions League if that is the case. Kamaric has been booked for the yellow card. You don't care. So Dortmund have won after Darmstadt beating them 4-0. Thomas Tuchel looks on weary-eyed. He probably just wants this game to end 4-2. So just get some up-to-date tables for you as it stands. It's not looking good for Bayern. We know that Bayern are most likely going to fall out in the top 2. They're actually going to finish 3rd in the Bundesliga. To kind of sum up the horror season they've had. Still trying to get the standings for you that are up to date. If you want to see if they have done enough goal difference wise. So with Eric Dyer in the back line now for Bayern Munich. Dyer back to De Ligt spreads this to the right hand side, floating this, looking towards the youngster who's come on in Brian Zaragoza. He's not had a sniff. Alphonso Davies, and you do look back at that Muller effort. That Muller effort when Alphonso Davies set it up and then pulled it down to the left, and then Kamaric to make it 3-2. It was a really good finish, reverse ball into the bottom corner. And then the fourth goal was once again a mix-up, a real mix-up in the defence, and Hoffenheim were able to punish them. So Bayern 2-0 up and cruise it. It's a big job, whoever comes in, that's for sure. That 4 minutes are going to be added on here. We've played 2 already. Now with Hoffenheim, still foul by Pellegrino. Pellegrino have to wait for this free kick to be taken. Let's have a look at the live standings. So Hoffenheim would still, they're 1 point behind Frankfurt, so they wouldn't leapfrog them because Frankfurt, with those 2 goals, it puts Hoffenheim in a fantastic position, because at the moment they're in the qualifying rounds for the Europa Conference League. But however, if Dortmund were to win the Champions League, then Hoffenheim would be given a spot, or at least a qualify towards that competition. But at the moment, Europa Conference League will be it. If they were to, if Leverkusen were to win, they would win that game comfortably. They would qualify for the Europa League Conference very comfortably, of course. So we've played 3 minutes of the night. That free kick didn't lead to anything for Bayern Munich and Hoffenheim. Bayern Munich defended well. Balls with Bayern Munich with Müller. A thin Bayern Munich squad with many injuries. Harry Kane not here, of course. His attention fully with the Euros, but it looks like it's a rebuilding job, as mentioned, for Bayern Munich. This game showing the good, the bad and the ugly of Bayern Munich season. The good being the start, with Tell opening the scoring and Davies putting them in full control. And you think to yourself, is it going to be 8-0? Is it going to be 6-0? Because of the pace of how quickly they took the lead, they get pegged back. You see the bad in the terms of just the defending for the goals, and the ugly is just the attitude of the first half hasn't been correct, has it? They've got knocked under the ball. And Bayer Leverkusen have finished their Bundesliga season. They have gone the whole 34 match days without losing. They have gone unbeaten. They secured the title already. They have 2 finals to look forward to. One of them you can listen to on Flash Score, the Europa League final. But Xabi Alonso has completed a remarkable domestic season. That's a result that has just gone through. Bayer Leverkusen 2, Augsburg 1. Bayern Munich not only have they lost their crown and their title, they've been well and truly beaten by Xabi Alonso's team. They won't even finish in the top 2 because Stuttgart have beaten Mönchengladbach by 4-0. So it'll be Leverkusen, Stuttgart, Bayern. Bayern have a corner from that far side though, looking towards the Burkano. It's headed over by Eric Dyer in the end. It kind of sums up Bayern's afternoon here. Started so well, but it's going to be failure for them this year. No trophies for the first time since 2012. They're going to finish 3rd, which is something they've not done for a very long time, being outside the top 2. Trying to secure 2nd place. Waiting for this goal kick to be taken by the Hoffenheim goalkeeper Baumann. He's had to make some really good saves in the first 10 minutes. Bayern were good in the first 10 minutes. They easily could have had multiple goals, but they fell into themselves. The Bayern supporters still waving their fags in that bottom corner as the ball gets pumped on, looking towards Kimmich. And that's the end of a miserable season for Bayern Munich, but a successful one for Hoffenheim, who will play some sort of European football next year. They've qualified for the Europa Conference League. They couldn't overturn Frankfurt. They'll play a qualifier in the summer. If Bayer Leverkusen were to win the cup, they will be fortunate enough to qualify straight away. And what a game we've seen here on Flash Score for the final day of the Bundesliga. Before we end, we'll have a rundown of all the scores right at the end of this, at the end of the broadcast. But wow, after 6 minutes, Bayern Munich were lead by 2. Talon Davies with the goal, and then it was pulled back by Bayer to make it 2-1 at half time. Kamaric then scored a hat-trick 3 goals in 15 minutes to take the game away from Bayern, to come from behind to win this game 4-2. Hoffenheim have done the double also after over Bayern Munich to pile up more misery. They've only kept 1 clean sheet in the last 15 away from home. Bayern Munich, it's been miserable on the road. That's the end of Thomas Tuchel's reign at Bayern Munich. He won't renew, he won't stay. They've come to a mutual agreement, even though they've had talks over this week. And they finished third, in fact. Stuttgart have leapfrogged them after winning 4-0 at home to Mönchengladbach. And Leverkusen will lift the trophy unbeaten after beating Augsburg 2-1. It's still 2-2 to Leipzig. Leipzig was to get a late goal, then Hoffenheim would